Growing your business into a money tree. Video 1. Building a successful business. Hi, I am Dan Luchansky. Welcome to my 7-part video series entitled Growing Your Business into a Money Tree. As a CPA, certified public accountant for over 32 years, working mostly with small business owners, I have helped many entrepreneurs achieve their lifelong goal of building a successful business, many times beyond their wildest dreams. What does a dream business look like to you? We all have different ideas of what success would look like. Perhaps we can all agree that it would be nice to build a business, something like the fictional money tree we have heard so much about. You know, the one growing in your backyard that keeps producing as long as it gets watered. Well, it is possible to build a business that will keep producing as long as you pay a certain amount of attention to it. Most of us know someone who appears to have it made in business. There is even a name for it. It is called a phone-in business. All you have to do is telephone in at the end of the day and ask how much money you made. This reminds me of one of my clients when I was in practice as a CPA in San Diego, California in the early 1980s. My client owned a new car dealership and would go in each morning, find out how many cars were sold the day before, take care of any pressing matters that required his attention, and then take off and go golfing. It was a wonderful life if you can make it work for you. The thing that is so ironic in this economy is that it presents a unique opportunity to start your own business and take a shot at building your own money tree. Let me ask you a question. What do you think are the motivating factors that push many people into their own business? One of the most common is you can't find a decent job. If you find yourself without a job right now, look at your situation as an opportunity of a lifetime. The world of business is waiting for you as long as you are willing to stretch and grab for that brass ring. Don't have an idea for your own business? Not to worry. Before you are through viewing this video series, you are going to have many ideas or at least know the best place to find guaranteed winners. Now, don't get me wrong when I use the phrase guaranteed winners. After all, I am not selling diet pills that guarantee that you will lose weight while you sleep, and there is certainly no easy way to develop business skills overnight. I have been doing this for over 30 years, so I know that it takes a healthy dose of perseverance combined with the skill of practicing with a purpose. What does practicing with a purpose mean? Let's put that thought aside for the present. We will talk about that in more detail in the 3rd video. For now, I want you to understand what I mean by guaranteed winners because it is critical to your success in your own business. Guaranteed winner means that there are plenty of people that have made a success of it in a particular business. You don't have to create a new wheel. All you have to do is follow the footsteps of successful business owners and learn to perform. The skills you need to learn are not hidden. They are an open secret. If they are in the open, how can they still be a secret? Because we are dealing with people, and that is the variable. Many carry lots of baggage and have a host of reasons why they quit before reaching the promised land. We will discuss these necessary skills throughout the remaining videos. For now, let's stay with the idea of a guaranteed winner. Would you like to know the most reliable source of ideas for businesses? It contains dozens that work for someone, and most of the time, those ideas have worked for years. And the best part of the source is that it is absolutely free. In fact, most of us throw it away each year. It is called the Yellow Pages. That's right. This great source of business ideas is the old-fashioned Yellow Pages. Pick one up, thumb through it, and you will see dozens of examples of businesses that have made certain individuals rich and many others an excellent living. You don't need some earth-shaking newfangled invention. What will help you is to find something that interests you and then learn the art of doing business well as it applies to that product or service. One of the most successful men I ever met started out selling toilet paper and eventually built a very large maintenance supply company. He only created one product, and that was the product of doing business. He just happened to do it extremely well. Perhaps the answer of the Yellow Pages doesn't satisfy your need for a business idea since there are no specific suggestions. Therefore, here is a list of 3 of the 10 ideas discussed in my book used by clients over the last 25 years that either made them rich or a very good living. First, there is the inventor of 6-Second Abs, an exercise machine for stomach muscles. It was sold on television, and the infomercial was highly rated for over a year. The product was also carried throughout the United States in Walmart, Target, and Kmart. The total cost to this client was under $5,000. My client started out as a personal trainer employed at a local exercise club and invented the product in his spare time. He never even built a prototype. He simply sold the idea. Second, there is an audiologist in private practice. The woman who owns this business is a current client and the mother of 2 young children. She started her practice from scratch 6 years ago after working for a hearing aid manufacturer that went out of business. With permission from her former employer, she contacted several thousand individuals who had participated in a hearing aid research study. At the same time, she telephoned every ear, nose, and throat doctor in her area asking for a meeting to discuss how she could help his or her patients. Business began to come in, and during the next year, she developed a highly professional way of doing business. I don't want to give away her trade secrets, but a part of her success was the determination to find quality hearing aids at the lowest possible cost. She has become so successful that her husband has quit his job and now manages her practice full time. Third, there was the distributor of advertising specialties. My client employed over 40 people and sold products such as pens, keychains, magnets, and coffee mugs to businesses all over the United States. He started out as a telemarketer working for someone else. For 2 years, he saved every dime he could and started his own company selling the products of his former employer on a commission basis. Eventually, he had his own line. So there you have it, a list of 3 small business ideas that work for someone I personally know very well. In chapter 3 of my book, I describe 7 other clients who have built very successful businesses. And with the exception of the inventor of the exercise equipment, not one of these 10 clients invented a thing or started a business that couldn't be found in the yellow pages of almost every major city in the United States. It is an excellent resource. I really like the idea of people starting a business that they already know about or will learn all they can before they do begin. Unless you are creating something brand new for the marketplace, by the time you get in business, you should already know how to produce your product or service. There is already enough to figure out without having to go through on-the-job training in relation to producing your products or services. Don't worry if you don't have an idea yet. By the time you get through with this video series, you will have plenty of good ideas. However, please keep in mind that it is not the idea that will make you a successful small business owner. It is what you do with it that counts. Bill Gates did not write the code for DOS, the operating system on over 90% of personal computers in the world. He purchased it. Ray Kroc did not create the McDonald's hamburgers and fries, and he didn't even create the arches. He was a salesman of restaurant supplies who purchased the concept from 2 brothers. Colonel Sanders did create Kentucky Fried Chicken. He did well, but it was the people who purchased it from him who made the really big money. If you want to be successful in your own business, commit to do something that you like, and then learn the business skills of a Bill Gates, a Ray Kroc, a Donald Trump, or even a Dan Luchansky. And these acquired skills need to run the full gambit of what is required to operate and sustain a profitable small business. My passion in life is to help people gain these required skills, and that is why I wrote the book, Getting in Business to Stay, The Complete Small Business Solution. We are coming to the end of this first video, so I want to tell you a little bit about how I came to write a book about succeeding in small business, and also give you a preview of what you can look forward to in the next video. I had moved to the Silicon Valley in May of 2000 to help my sister count the money she was making during the dot-com boom. Her public relations business had grown from 4 to 22 people in a very short time. The boom started to become a bust by the end of 2000, and business came to a complete standstill after 9/11. My sister decided to take some time off and travel. I had always wanted to teach how to start and run a successful business, so I got in touch with Elza Miner, the director of the Silicon Valley Small Business Development Center. He agreed to sponsor a series of free small business workshops that I would present throughout the Silicon Valley. I would advertise in the San Jose Mercury News and mail postcards to new small business owners. About 500 to 700 people would attend the 5 workshops I would present during a week. For 2 hours, I would talk about the skills required for small business success and also review a list of the 10 hottest businesses. At the end, the participants were given the opportunity to continue their education by taking one of 2 6-week courses taught by me at the San Jose Entrepreneur Center. This is how I got started teaching. The publications I used to teach the courses were written by another CPA. Being your typical entrepreneur, I knew that I could do it better. After all, I had worked with real small business owners for over 25 years and had thought a lot about why some people made a fortune and others couldn't make a living. So I decided to write a book and thought it would take a year. Well, the first draft did almost take a year, and after reading it, I realized even more work was required. I put my head down and kept writing and retooling the book. Finally, after 4 years of hard work, the book was in print and I was ready to become famous. Well, little did I know, the hard work had just started. I will talk much more about marketing in videos 5 and 6. You will learn how I made a transition at the age of 56 from old school methods of marketing and selling to what works today on the internet, through the mail, and by social networking. I will tell you one thing for certain. The old ways of advertising in newspapers don't work. You better get busy changing with the times or figure out something else to do for a living other than being your own business, because the future is now. Please keep in mind that even though I am an effective public speaker, my professional background is as an accountant dealing in facts and figures. I am used to telling the truth to my clients, and I'm not going to change ethics or integrity at this stage of my life. What you are going to hear throughout these videos is the absolute truth on what I believe to be the essential elements to achieve success in your own business. I believe exactly what is written on the back cover of my book, Getting a Business to Stay. It is not enough to be good at creating a product or delivering a service. You also need to be proficient at sales and know how to count and understand the money. It is not enough to work longer and try harder. You also need to manage yourself and others so you can divide your time between sales, production, and administration, the 3 essential elements of all businesses. What are the 8 keys of building a successful business you will learn from watching these videos? 1. How to develop the traits of naturally successful business owners. 2. How to find people that want your products or services. 3. How to convert prospects into paying customers. 4. How to use the key number of your business to drive your daily actions. 5. How to save thousands of dollars by starting your business the right way. 6. How to take a systematic approach to build a business that is both financially rewarding and personally satisfying. 7. How to develop your owner's manual systems that are worth repeating. And 8. How to deliver what you promised to yourself when you first went into business, a better life. We are just getting started. Are you up to the challenge of learning new ways of doing business? I promise you that your world will become an exciting place once your eyes open to the possibilities before you. Video 2 starts with a look at the 5 elements of the complete small business solution. See you next time.